Hello. On behalf of all of us at Holden, I would like to thank you personally for taking the time to join us in welcoming the exciting new VT Commodore. This new Commodore is more than just a new model from Holden. It's a symbol of Holden and General Motors' commitment to the Australian market. It's a fine example of Australian design, engineering, and manufacturing skills that are being recognized around the General Motors world. I'm sure that when you see the new Commodore and drive it, you'll understand just how proud we are of the result. It's without question a world-class car. However, it doesn't really matter how good our product is without the most vital ingredient, you, the Holden customer. As a Holden customer, your business is important to us. It's important for more than just the initial purchase, as it allows us the opportunity to build an ongoing relationship with you. Our company philosophy is based on an understanding of our customer needs, and it's your needs that are important to us. We like to think that when you invest in the Holden product, you are investing in a commitment to customer care, second to none in the auto industry. This new VT Commodore will continue this tradition and set standards for Australian manufacturing. I commend it to you. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the Holden experience. I can assure you there's nothing quite like it.
It's the result of the biggest body design project at Holden in 20 years. It's wider than any Commodore has been before, longer than any Commodore has been before, with more interior space, and with more safety, driving performance and comfort features than ever before.
It's a very large car. The track on the vehicle is an increase of nearly 60 to 80 mil over the VS today. The wheelbase, I said, grew. It's grown by about 57 millimetres, nearly 60 millimetres over the current car. While the total car is slightly taller than the VS today, by playing around with the way we've used the mass by raising the belt line, it gives you a feeling of more security inside the vehicle, but also allows us to take a nice sweeping line right through the rear of the car, so that it's a nice slim upper on a very wide tracked and long wheel-based, wheel-orientated form.
It's the all-new Holden Commodore VT series. The stiffer body and wider track results in a quieter, smoother ride. With its swept-back windscreen and high tail, it's a body that not only looks stylish and distinctive, it's also got Holden's quality and safety standards built in. The computer-aided design technology used exceeds even aircraft standards for panel smoothness. Even the side mirrors have been designed to create eddies in the airstream, helping to keep the side windows clean. It's a body designed with safety in mind, and not simply safety to meet government requirements. Holden aims to protect drivers and passengers in real-world accidents at different speeds and collision angles. Holden engineers tested the safety systems in thousands of actual and computer-simulated crashes to achieve the best combination of body design, seatbelt, and airbag technology. So the Commodore has a new, stiffer, stronger safety cell with enlarged side rails, and a wide, strong roof bow which distributes load from a side impact over the car, helping to preserve the occupant space. The pyrotechnic front seatbelt pretensioners are a first in an Australian-built car. In the event of a collision, these take up any seatbelt slack before the occupants move forward. They join Holden's world-leading airbag technology to reduce the risk of occupant injury in the event of a collision.
And with this technique that we've developed now, we can evaluate our restraint systems in the whole range of crash types that occur. And the Commodore restraint system was evaluated using this computer technique in a range of combinations of occupant size, seating position, crash severity, 100,000 different combinations of restraint system in order to choose the one that gives the best protection for all of the occupants. Of course, a key to the success of the VS airbag system has been the sophisticated computer control we use. When the crash is so severe that the airbag is triggered, the computer waits until the vehicle comes to rest. It unlocks the doors, turns on the interior lights, turns on the hazard warning lights, turns off the fuel pump, and shuts down the engine. The bottom line is that the VT represents a paradigm shift. That is a dramatic change from the existing safety technology in cars in Australia.
Special anti-submarining ramps in the seats reduce the risk of the lap belt slipping over the pelvis in a collision, causing injury to internal organs. But it's always better to avoid accidents altogether. Holden has invested substantial time and money in ensuring the primary safety systems are world-class too. The all-new Holden Commodore is now safer, quieter, and more comfortable. Inside the cabin, there's more headroom and legroom. The electric driver's seat height adjustment makes finding the right driving position effortless. Now, with an even wider body, Commodore delivers very comfortable seating for 3 adults. New instruments feature larger, easier-to-use controls. The security system has been upgraded, so the driver no longer has to put the key in the door to release the deadlocks.
In order to try and stay one step ahead of the car thief, we've taken it another step further. We now have 16 million communications codes between the security module and the engine control module. We also have now what have been called free-spinning door locks, or free-spinning door lock cylinders. This is basically to get around the traditional forced entry method where a screwdriver or some other implement is forced into the door lock and then used to break the lock open. What happens in that circumstance now is that the lock simply spins in the housing. The deadlock feature is one of our nicest security features in that if the car is deadlocked, you can't force an entry to the car short of breaking a window and climbing in through the broken window. So we've made the deadlock system easier to use. What we've basically done now is linked it back to the key so that once you've deadlocked the car, it will automatically undeadlock when you hit the unlock button.
Now, the power key also opens the boot, an ideal feature when the driver's got their arms full. Commodore's immobilizer now has 16 million possible codes, so no 2 cars will have the same key code. The new 6-function trip computer on executive and acclaim models includes distance to empty function, trip distance to go, time to go, and overspeed warnings. The computer constantly recalculates, so if the driver reduces speed, it will instantly recalculate the distance to empty. Even the all-new Commodore's boot is bigger, with 475 litres of carrying space. The spare wheel is under the boot floor, so that the usable space is spread over a wide, flat floor. The all-new Commodore handles the road like no other Commodore before. Every model, including the wagons, comes with independent rear suspension as standard equipment. There's a wider track and longer wheelbase for flatter cornering. Holden Commodore is the first Australian-built car to offer traction control, which is standard equipment on Acclaim and V6 Calais and optional on all other V6 automatic and supercharged V6 models.
The purpose of the traction control system is to improve the stability of the vehicle under conditions such as accelerating around a gravel corner, to reduce the tendency to lose traction, to have wheel spin, to cause the car to move out of line. The traction control system is there to stop that and to keep the car stable, and it's also there for improved takeoff under conditions of split mew. That means one wheel on the wet grass, one wheel on dry bitumen, whatever, improves the takeoff and improves the stability under those conditions.
Now, Holden's famous Ecotec V6 engine runs cleaner and more efficiently with the latest Bosch fuel injection system. The more powerful engine management module gives faster starts and slower idling for improved fuel economy in city driving. Joining the improved Ecotec V6 are 2 popular Commodore engine options. The supercharged V6 delivers 165 kilowatts of power and 370 newton meters of torque for improved overtaking, long uphill climbs, and accelerating out of corners. With supercharging, Commodore joins marques such as Aston Martin, Jaguar, and Mercedes-Benz, which also use this technology. The legendary 5-litre Holden V8 now delivers more power and torque with sequential fuel injection, free-flow air intake system, dual exhaust, and lightweight low-friction pistons. The all-new Holden Commodore. It's bigger, more spacious, safer, more efficient, and better handling than ever before. Now let's look at some of the features on the models in the Commodore range. The Commodore Executive offers driver's side airbag, independent rear suspension, front seat belt pre-tensioners, and electric driver seat height adjustment, all as standard equipment. Joining the high level of standard features for the Commodore Executive are a range of options including air conditioning, ABS braking, CD player, power windows and traction control. With great standard features and a range of options, the all-new Commodore Executive is better value than ever. There's a big story in the all-new Commodore wagon range. All models in the Commodore wagon range have around 13% more rear cargo space. With its new wider body, Commodore wagon models allow flat objects up to 1.2 meters wide to be slid between the wheel arches. And there's an additional cargo storage area with lift-off lid. The rear seatbelt anchor points are now built into the rear of the seats, leaving a flat, uncluttered cargo floor. And the center rear seatbelt is of lap and sash design for added safety protection. Wagons also have a built-in roof rack track, which maintains the smooth aerodynamics, yet still allows roof racks to be added for extra carrying capacity. The rear wiper matches the windscreen wipers stroke for stroke when they are operating intermittently, but reverts to normal speed when reverse is selected. Whichever way you look at it, there's a big story in the all-new Commodore wagon. The all-new Holden Commodore Acclaim. No other Australian-built car can match its range of safety features. With driver and passenger airbag, ABS braking, independent rear suspension, and Commodore's new pyrotechnic seatbelt pre-tensioners. And now, a new name joins the list. Traction control. A standard feature on Acclaim, and offered as an option on other models, traction control is to acceleration what ABS is to braking. Using the same ABS wheel speed, sensors and computer technology, traction control ensures all the wheels rotate at the same speed under acceleration. Traction control maintains vehicle control under slippery road conditions, or when accelerating with 2 wheels on bitumen and 2 on gravel. And because there may be times when wheel spin is required, such as to free a bogged vehicle, traction control can be disabled by a switch on the console. In addition to its safety features, Commodore Acclaim has its own level of luxury and comfort with cruise control, passenger seat adjustable lumbar support, Acclaim interior trim, its own distinctive wheel trims, and more. The all-new Commodore Berliner continues the Berliner tradition of comfort and luxury with climate control air conditioning, power windows, cruise control, alarm system, programmable time delay for the headlights off function, and the many other features that set Berliner apart. Now Berliner also has a passenger side airbag as standard equipment, CD player and cassette deck, and the option of traction control, while Berliner wagon has a cargo cover that pulls out for added security. For the sporting driver, there's Commodore S and SS. Commodore S is powered by the Ecotec V6 as standard, or for the ultimate in affordable performance, there is now the option of the supercharged V6. Commodore SS now has the added power of Holden's improved 5-litre sequential V8. The SS also offers the option of the supercharged V6. The S and SS models feature distinctive deep front, side and rear body skirts and wing spoiler. The Commodore S features 16-inch diameter wheels on 7-inch wide rims. The SS has 17-inch wheels on 8-inch wide rims. Inside the SS, hugs the driver and passenger with high-winged, race-designed SS sport seats. Both models feature a sport-style leather steering wheel. Joining the all-new Commodore range, the prestigious Holden Calais offers a totally new driving experience with increased interior space, the surer handling of the wider track, and Holden's advanced safety features. Holden Calais is the only Australian-built luxury car that has this range of features: anti-lock braking, independent rear suspension, traction control, pyrotechnic front seat belt pre-tensioners, driver and front passenger airbag, cruise control, and power windows as standard equipment. Then Calais builds on this impressive specification with an equally impressive range of comfort and security features. The front seats have 8-way electronic adjustment. The luxurious interior features woven velour and wood grain style trim. Howe leather upholstery is available as an option. The new instrument panel features a 12-function trip computer which has 3 new functions. These are trip distance remaining, trip time remaining, and routine service reminder. New Holden Calais now has a major advance with its priority key system, which features 2 individual personalized keys. With the priority key system, every time each key is used to unlock the Calais, the vehicle preferences will be reset to what they were when that key was last used in the vehicle. The priority key allows 2 people to share a Holden Calais, yet automatically maintain their personal preferences for the radio and sound system, the trip computer, the transmission mode, the climate control, the speed alarm limits, the time delay on the headlights, instrument brightness, and radio antenna height. Holden Calais now features dual-zone electronic climate control. This allows the driver and front passenger to set their own temperature preference. These and other new features join the luxury features for which Calais is so well known. The all-new Holden Commodore range and Holden Calais, designed with all the features and performance to give Australians the driving edge.
There are 2 world firsts in the design of the VT. The design of the front structure, the minimum injury risk, and the design of the restraint system. What we're looking at here is the underneath of a prototype vehicle. You can see in black the front suspension cross member, and here the engine side rails. And these side rails are the critical part of the improvements that we've made. And this is a design for real live crashes, the crashes that occur at all sorts of angles. Holden now is amongst the world leaders in computer simulation of vehicle crashes. And it was not until we developed these techniques that we're able to develop the front structure that we've designed here. And it enables us to design the front structure to collapse with low loads applied so that the loading on the occupants is a minimum, but at the same time absorb very large amounts of energy. The VT has a complete frame structure down the side of the vehicle. A major frame across the roof of the car where for the first time there is a closed box section, and reinforcements down the pillars. And the purpose of this structure is to manage the crash energy. Simply making the car strong or stiff doesn't provide protection to the occupants. The big risk in a side impact is serious and long-term brain and neck injury. With this VT design, the risk of head and neck injury is reduced by 50%. With the aid of the Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology, we developed a computer-based optimizing technique that allowed us to look at the requirements of the whole community of vehicle users. Government regulation is concerned with making sure that the average sized male sitting in the mid-seating position is safe if he collides at 48 kilometres an hour into a concrete block. Our philosophy at Holden is looking after our customers. And we haven't had yet one customer run into an 800-ton concrete block. They have all sorts of crashes. And with this technique that we've developed now, we can evaluate our restraint systems in the whole range of crash types that occur. And the Commodore restraint system was evaluated using this computer technique in a range of combinations of occupant size, seating position, crash severity, 100,000 different combinations of restraint system in order to choose the one that gives the best protection for all of the occupants. Of course, a key to the success of the VS airbag system has been the sophisticated computer control we use. When the crash is so severe that the airbag is triggered, the computer waits until the vehicle comes to rest. It unlocks the doors, turns on the interior light, turns on the hazard warning lights, turns off the fuel pump, and shuts down the engine. The bottom line is that the VT represents a paradigm shift. That is a dramatic change from the existing safety technology in cars in Australia